Generous, everybody.
Oh!
Take that.
Hey, you're here to laugh. Try not to take things so seriously. So, does anybody here watch movies? Does anybody think Michael Bay is actually trying anymore? I think he's just gotten so bored with people pelting him with money that he's just phoning it in now. I think his next movie is going to be about 90 minutes of Mark Wahlberg as a robot exploding out of Megan Fox's ass. So I'm getting to the age in life where all my friends are starting to have kids, and I'm glad I'm not, because having kids sucks. I feel like it's better to have AIDS than kids, because at least with AIDS you lose weight rather than getting fat. At least with AIDS, you just, actually die instead of just praying for death. So this gas station by my house, they kind of treat their pump jockeys like shit. I know I'm from California originally, so you Oregon guys and you're getting a gas pump for you is weird to me anyway. But these guys run around with these bright orange vests on with sponsorship stickers all over them, like sad minimum wage race cars. Well, I noticed the other day when I was sitting there getting my gas that they have Coca-Cola tramp stamps right here, great big red ones. I have to fight the urge every time I go there not to slap an ass and say, "Make it rain!" I'm starting to think that they were originally going to hire strippers, but they couldn't get the money together. So, you guys watch the news? I'm going to make a joke now. It's going to be about terrorists and not Muslims. I know a lot of people don't really see the difference, but there really is one. Have you guys noticed those guys, ISIS, running around doing all that crazy shit in the desert? Well, I did some reading into that, and I found out they're not actually doing it for God. They're doing it because they're on meth. I mean, seriously, they're on meth. I mean, if you look around, you see the signs. They're everywhere. They're all wearing black in the desert, like, a goth kid in Phoenix. They spin the tanks around on CNN like it's head chopping night at the frat, running around with secondhand rifles and tanks like they found them in the trash and then fixed them up with mom's Honda parts. Sounds like every tweaker I've ever met. I don't know about you. One of these days we're going to see their leader al-Baghdadi on Celebrity Rehab trying to make amends with the Kurds to complete step 4.
Oh.
Speaking of perverts, wouldn't it be funny if you saw your former teacher on To Catch a Predator? It's not. It brings up painful memories.
Oh.
If you laughed at that, you're a bad person. Or have yet to come forward. The parking lot of my favorite Mexican restaurant keeps getting flooded when it rains. It's getting kind of hard to get my car in there. Soon enough, I'm going to have to ford through it with my possessions over my head and a look of hope in my eyes, just to get a churro. Have you guys seen Scott Stapp on the internet recently? No? You seen that sad, pathetic fuck trying to get sympathy from people because he's broke now? It's pretty hilarious, He's a goober. He can't even fucking burn out like a rock star, seriously. Fucking Bob Marley got shot 6 times in one fucking day and still performed the same night. Yeah. What's Scott Stapp's problem again? Recently, the bass player from a symphonic metal band got shot in the crotch by a stage cannon, ruptured a testicle, and finished the show. I'm sorry, Scott Stapp, what's the problem again? You have cotton mouth? Oh, I feel bad for you. So, whoever built my house, I just bought my first home, whoever built it is either insane or high on acid. It's kind of like a maze. Some of it just doesn't really make sense. I was poking around in the attic a few weeks ago and I found the top third of a chimney. Just the top third, nothing else. I'm gonna look, but I think MC Escher might have designed it. I'm also concerned that it might be a UFO landing pad. I think one day I'm gonna walk into the closet and fall into Narnia. I'm pretty sure that the Goblin King is living in my basement trapping teenage girls by ransoming my brothers back to them. So you guys like science at all? Anything like that, Yeah, read, do that kind of thing. I love science. I'm a big admirer, I've even actually fantasized about being a scientist, like Carl Sagan. He smoked pot every day and drove to work in a Porsche and was a womanizer, or Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was a ballroom dancing champion and very respected and a pop culture icon. But not Stephen Hawking. I don't roll that way.
Oh.
Seriously though, I respect the man, but I can't listen to any of his talks. It's like listening to a speak and spell read Dianetics.
Fuck you.
Isn't the internet a fucked up Freudian nightmare? It's the only place you can go to jerk off to Mormon porn, listen to wash up rock stars complain about their cotton mouth, and fawn over pictures of a cat with resting bitch face. All while returning your fleshlight you broke trying to cram it up your ass. That's not what it's meant for, trust me. The other day I saw a picture on the internet of a turd hammocked in a men's room stall with nothing but paper and toilet bowl covers. Yeah, someone was trying to like recreate the scene from Temple of Doom, but with shit. It really seriously made me question what exactly it is we're doing with the internet. I mean, we've got a worldwide information network that's toppling regimes and connecting every inch of the globe, but all we talk about is what kind of animals we'd fuck or, you know, shit hammock building skills. Alan Turing would be rolling over in his grave, but none of you know who he is.
I know who he is.
So I was in the Army. Yes, that's true. I saw the world and all that crap. Or at least, you know, that's what they told me to say when I wrote home. It's more just like functional alcoholism and drug addiction. I knew a guy who re-enlisted for 6 years while we were in Iraq because he got all pumped up on Army Strong, and then when he got back, he realized what he did and threw himself out of a fourth floor window. We found him in the snow and mud because he missed the frozen by about a week, and all he could say when we got him was, "Ow, that's embarrassing." There's another guy who disappeared for a week, stole a rental car, broke into a porn shop, broke the windows, got into a fight, and got his legs broken by the Russian mob. I said functional was a loose term, didn't I? I have to admit I did some dumb shit back then. I used to drink and huff dust off while I drove around in military vehicles. One time I got wasted and lost, and I wound up in a farmer's field. He was really pissed. He kept yelling at me and raving about breaking the Nuremberg Treaty. He had a tiny mustache. Come to think of it, I think it was Hitler. I better call somebody. Thank you, everybody. You have a good night.